right, let's talk about Companion. So we'll give our thoughts, our scores, and then give a spoiler warning before we get into it. So I'll go ahead and go first on this one.
Okay.
I didn't know much about this movie.
Did you watch a trailer?
No, I did not.
Okay, good.
I saw the poster as I was walking in, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Because you texted me and said, don't look at anything, just go see this.
Yep.
And the poster kind of spoiled a little bit for me. Like, it gave me an idea of what it was, but I highly recommend not looking anything up about the movie because it is a pretty fun time going in there and trying to figure out what's going on. But yeah, this was overall a fun movie. I thought for what it was, it did a good job of it. It was not like groundbreaking or anything, but it was fun. No. It was funny. Had a good time. And I thought it brought some clever ideas, which were implemented well. And then it didn't overstay its welcome. It was like a fun, quick movie.
Yep. It's like an hour and 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Perfect sweet spot for this kind of movie.
Yeah. If it would have gone on any longer, I felt like it would have run out of ideas and just dragged on. But it knew when to end. And I thought there were some pretty good performances. Like, I really liked Jack Quaid in this movie, actually. He did a good job.
Yep.
And it was so different because, like, we know him from The Boys. And it felt like such a different role. Yeah, Huey. But he plays that role well. He did good. So for this movie, I gave it a 7. I thought it was above average. It was good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, see, I unfortunately had so I watched about 30 seconds of the trailer and then I shut the trailer off.
Yeah.
And I wish I didn't because, like you said, you can kind of get an idea with the poster, but like it was way obvious with the trailer.
Yeah. Dang.
And if I hadn't have watched that, I feel like, I mean, I would have enjoyed it the same, but it'd just been a little more surprising.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree with everything you said. I think it's above average. I was floating between a 7 or an 8, and I think I'm going to give it an 8.
Okay.
Just because I think for the kind of movie it did it about as perfect as you can, in my opinion.
I could see that. I was between a 7 and an 8.
Yeah. And like you mentioned, it didn't overstay its welcome. And, I think I've said it to you before, too. Sometimes movies are just too long. Like, I don't always need a 2.5 hour movie, man. Sometimes I want to just get in a movie theater, watch a quick movie like this, and get out. Like, I don't need to sit here for 3 hours watching a freaking movie, every movie. And I thought the acting was good. I thought the actress, what's her name, Sophie Thatcher, who plays Iris, great.
She did a good job.
10 out of 10. I thought, she played kind of like the cute, girlfriend in a sense, but like is, strong. Not just a weakling, not just cute, not just a pretty girl. Yeah, and then Jack Quaid he's Jack Quaid, but like he played it good. Like, it's hard to talk about it without spoiling it, so.
Yeah.
But I also thought the other good performance was the guy who played Patrick, Lucas Gage.
Yeah, he did a good job too.
I really liked his character. Yeah, I'll get more into it, spoilers, but I really liked his character. But yeah, I thought the imagery was cool. Like, there's a scene towards the beginning, this isn't a spoiler, where they're kind of like dancing and it's like dark out and light shining on it. It was just good. I just liked it. The music, the imagery, the comedy was great. I loved the comedy.
Yep. Did a good job.
And the shock value, good. It's just good. It's good. 8 out of 10 for me. It did what I would want for this kind of movie to do, and it did it perfect. But yeah, we need to get spoilers with this because, do not watch trailer. Shoot, don't even look at a dang poster. Just go see it.
Yeah, go see it. Yep.
Yeah.
So spoiler alerts. If you have not seen it, do not listen anymore. It will spoil the entire thing, and this is one where you want to go in blind.
Yep.
So spoiler alert for Companion.
Yeah, so when I watched that trailer in 30 seconds, obviously it spoiled that she was like an AI robot.
Yeah.
And I know there's other twists, but like that's like the main, the whole first 30 minutes, that was the whole main thing. But how I knew it was going to be a twisty type movie is it was from the makers of Barbarian. Did you ever watch Barbarian?
No.
Or have you heard of it?
What is Barbarian? No.
So Barbarian, it's like a scary movie, but it's like not like a scary movie. More kind of like a thriller. But my God, does that movie go off the rails?
Okay, I want to watch that movie now.
Yes. Just I'm not even going to say anything about that movie, but it has good actors. It has what's his face, Bill Skarsgård.
Yeah.
And who plays Pennywise. And then also it has, who Justin Long is, right?
He looks familiar. Oh, yeah.
You would know him. But yeah, actually, Barbarian goes so far off the rails. I'm very curious what your thoughts are.
Okay, I'll watch it before next episode.
Yeah, it's like it's a scary movie, but like I wouldn't even consider it like a. It's more like it even has comedy to it, so it's like it's.
Is it like Cabin in the Woods kind of or something?
Yeah, exactly. Like there's scary tropes and stuff, and like there are moments where it is kind of scary, but it's not like it's like a Cabin in the Woods kind of scary. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's just watch that movie and you're gonna understand why I knew this movie was gonna have twists. But that one's even just go watch it. I don't know what it's on, but just find it.
Yeah, I'll find it.
Yeah, I think I like this movie so much. Number one, I really like the comedy this movie has.
Mm-hmm. It was good.
I liked the style of the movie. It just had like an identity, like it knew what it wanted to be.
Yeah.
Like I said, that music scene towards the beginning when they're all kind of just dancing and it's like foggy out and they're in like the dark woods. It just looked kind of cool. It was fun. And there's some scenes, like a scene I always thought funny when you kind of find out when they meet, like when what's his face met like with the dinosaur.
Yeah.
With the dinosaur suit and they're
played it over again.
Yes.
Yeah, that was funny.
with Jack Quaid. But like the song, it just had that quirkiness to the movie, and I really liked it.
And man, Jack Quaid surprisingly plays a really good douchebag. Like, he was such an a-hole, and he played that so well.
Yes.
I was not expecting that.
It was interesting because, like, obviously the beginning it had that meeting at the grocery store, right? It's like it's all cute, a romance movie. When you first watched this, you had to have known that I wouldn't just go make you watch a romance movie.
No, yeah. I kind of figured she was a robot from the poster because her eyes are like all white.
Yeah.
But the movie did a good job of making it seem like she wasn't at the beginning with that. But I was like, I'm pretty sure she is. And then what sold it was when she said the weather thing. I was like, okay, that's weird. She said it like, and I was pretty sure.
Like Siri or something. Yeah.
But I wasn't sure how or why. And I thought that was interesting how they set that up.
Yeah, because they played it the first 30 minutes, was a slow burn in a good way. Like they're kind of trying to convince you, especially if you just see the poster or something, or like the cover off the DVD. Like, this is going to be a romance movie, like maybe not a romance movie, but like these are normal people kind of thing. Like a Cabin in the Woods or something. Like just they're normal people, but maybe weird stuff will happen.
Yeah,
because they do a good job. I mean, so I knew she was AI, but one of the scenes that like when they were driving to the house,
cabin or whatever,
it was like the self-driving car, and they're sleeping. I'm like, okay, so this is obviously sometime in the future. So it's and AI is obviously she's an AI robot. So that's kind of where I was like, okay, so if this is this far in the future, like what they can play around with some stuff here. Yeah. My favorite part of the movie was I knew she was AI, but I didn't know, like you were kind of guessing who is a robot, who is not.
I kind of guessed that I was like, Patrick might be because of the similarity of the story of how Iris met Jack Quaid and how he met his guy.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it when they were telling the story, but after it was revealed that Iris was and how they met, I was like, oh, maybe Patrick is too. Yeah. They like set the seeds for some of those in a cool way.
Yeah. Yeah. And I knew she was AI, but the stuff I didn't know was obviously Patrick. Wasn't certain he was AI.
Yep.
Also, I wasn't sure, like, just the purpose. Like, how did they, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't know, how did they become this relationship, or what's her memory? Like, I didn't know any of that kind of stuff. Or, like, I found it interesting how when you boot him, like, the way Jack Quaid was saying, like, oh yeah, I just picked that. I was just scrolling through and I picked that's how we met.
Yep.
Like, so nonchalant. Yeah, until like Iris, she's like, that's her
world.
Life, her world. So like, I think Iris was the best part of the movie. I think her acting, I like Jack Quaid, but just the acting of Iris is like, when you put yourself in her shoes, like, this is her world. How can she be fake? Was what she's thinking.
And I liked when she finally got control of the phone and could like change her voice and change her, like her reaction to Jack Quaid or whatever his name was in the movie.
Josh,
yeah. Her reaction to Josh having her at like 30% intelligence, she just like rolled her eyes. Like, that was a good moment. And I like how when she increased her intelligence, she didn't become like undefeatable. Like, she just made good decisions.
Yeah. They could have easily made it like she's like some unfreaking stoppable take over the world freaking AI. they said they have to have regulations on how smart they can make them, right?
Yep.
When the guy was explaining it.
And so they did a good job with that. And like her using the voice changer to make her voice like Josh's, that was a cool moment. That makes sense when her intelligence is higher. And then one of my favorite things she did is changing her language to German or whatever it was, so that because she couldn't lie to the cop, like that just makes it so that that's not an issue. That was a good moment too. Like,
see, that was good with it upping her intelligence. Like that's something someone would think of if they're not intelligent. Like I can't lie, so just change my language setting. They don't know German.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought that was good too. And as much as I like Iris, I actually think I honestly think Patrick was the heart of the story. Like,
yeah, he was good.
He turned into an interesting character because I mean he was pretty much just turned into killing machine at first. But he did it on his own, like changed on his own. Like Iris was just saying, you loved what's his name, Eli, yeah. Because Eli, I really do think like loved him.
Yeah.
Like I really do think they loved each other. And towards the end there, when Iris is like, fight it there, you loved Eli, like, and then him kind of shooting himself or whatever. I don't remember what he had, shot himself or buzzed himself or something. I just think his acting was really good. And I don't know if you know like Lucas Gage that much, but everything he plays in, he always is different. He's such an interesting actor. If you haven't, you should look into more stuff he's in. Yeah,
I'm trying to see if I've seen him in anything. I don't know if he's been in Fargo. I don't know if you've watched Roadhouse. He's been in a few things. He was in Smile too, which I didn't watch that one. But I haven't seen any of those.
And then he was in You, that show You on Netflix. Karen and I watched that. He was really good in that show.
No, I haven't seen him in any of these. Like, I don't recognize any. Well, that's crazy.
Maybe now you'll start recognizing him because I think he's a good actor. Like, and everything he acts in, he's so different too. That's why in this one I was like, oh, this guy has some range.
Yeah, he did a good job. This movie did one thing that I love that they did when Eli shoots the gun and then reacts to how loud it is. Like nobody ever does that in movies. It's like, oh my God, that was so loud.
Yeah, that was
for someone who doesn't shoot a gun and then not wearing ear protection. That would be how it is. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, exactly. That's true. That's something small like that. Yeah. One of the things I like too, and it's the most obvious thing, like obviously these things, like people get these robots to have sex, and to hang out. And what I love about this movie is they don't dig into that. I don't need to watch a movie of all this. We already know, like it's obvious. That's what people get this. We don't need to see it. They do like one little funny scene of like the second he gets it, they do it. And then they're done with that. They could have easily turned this movie into like some freaking rated R, freaking nasty. Like we all know that's what people are going to get that. We don't need to see it.
Yeah. And along those same lines, I think my favorite part of the movie is when Josh is talking to those people from the company to take Iris away. And the people are talking like, oh yeah, you'll be fine. We'll just take a look. And then when they leave, they're like, yeah, that guy's a freak. He's totally screwed. He definitely hacked her. Like that was really funny.
That was that whole scene was funny because he kept saying like, wait a second, you look like it was just funny. You look familiar.
Yeah.
It reminded me of like a very it reminded me of like almost like a cartoon, but it was funny.
Yeah, that was a good scene.
But I did like how they had kind of Jack Quaid, or Josh, I guess his name in this. He's like the good guy and the sweetheart. Like he was like in the first 30 minutes,
Yeah.
And you slowly saw the cracks. It was interesting going from him slowly kind of realizing he's actually a douchebag. So like Jack Quaid did great acting with that.
Yep.
But yeah, it's good style, good comedy.
Yeah, good recommendation for me to go see it blind. So appreciate that.
Yeah, I randomly, for some reason, I went on like Rotten Tomatoes and I was looking at stuff. I'm like, what is this Companion? Like I saw it got great reviews, but I'd never heard of it.
Okay.
Then that's when I saw the 30-minute trailer and I stopped it. And then I was reading at people said don't watch a trailer, and I'm like, I'm gonna go see it. All the like reviewers I normally watch recommend it. I've never heard of it. It's been a while since I haven't like been to a movie of something I haven't really heard of.
Yeah, I had not heard a single word about it until you said something about it. So that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, and I knew you would like it. Like that's why I had to text him like you should go watch this if you can.
Yeah.
But yeah, I loved it. And Iris, like I said, one last thing is I thought Iris, like I mentioned her before, but I think the actress did such a good job because she like I said, she's like the cute girl next door, but like she's also like a badass.
Yeah, she definitely like changed. She grew as a character, even though she's an AI. Like she definitely,
AI, she grew as a character.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And like now she's like free. So I would love for them to make some sort of sequel with this.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Like an AI that no one knows is AI, and she's kind of like
just out there.
Free. She has no master. She could do whatever she wants to do.
Yeah, interesting.
That would be
she
interesting.
Starts freeing other ones. Yeah, there's a lot they could do with that.
Like you start like a freaking. It could be one of those things where like the sequel is so much different than the first movie, you know?
Yeah.
Which I like when series does that, like having a little bit of different.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Differentiate itself, but yeah, recommended. It's good, and
yeah, it was a good movie.
If not in theaters, and at least whenever it comes on streaming, pop it on. Don't watch a trailer.
Yeah, definitely.
And enjoy.